Hey guys, Karix here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the Henshin Belt Deluxe Ankokuken Kurayami and Jaken Calibur Driver from Kamen Rider Saber. This is the sword and belt used by the evil Kamen Rider Calibur. This set includes several things: the Ankokuken Kurayami, the Calibur Driver buckle, a set of belt straps, belt stopper, and a Wonder Ride book. So, let's get started. First up, we'll look at the included Jaaku Dragon, or Evil Dragon, Wonder Ride book. This is a purple Divine Beast type Wonder Ride book. You can see the front cover here, which has the stylized title, as well as the Jaaku Dragon itself. Now we already know similarities to another book, as this is the evil counterpart to the Brave Dragon Wonder Ride book. You can see that the titles are stylized the same. They even have dragon written in the same font. And both dragons are here portrayed with the same pose. Key differences being the colors, as well as how the Jaaku dragon is wearing this iron mask. So we have the two sounds that make on its own. First, the title announcement. Then we open up to the story page for the synopsis. And here we have the story page, which is again meant to be a dark version of the one seen in Brave Dragon. So here we have the dragon itself, which is heavily armored and has this iron mask, as well as can be seen breathing wicked fire. As usual, we have the name written out in the Wonder language, as well as on the cover. We have a few different parts labeled. So here we have the horn, helmet, jaw. You can see armor written all along the back. And interestingly, the flame in this case is not labeled. Next, we'll look at the Ankokuken Kurayami, Kamen Rider Calibur's Jaken, or Evil Sword, as opposed to the Seiken used by the Sword of Logos Riders. This is mainly metallic purple and gold, with gunmetal thrown in. Starting with the blade, you can see that it has a very wicked looking jagged edge on both sides. It has this clear panel with sticker behind it, similar to the inner blade of the Sword Driver Seiken, as well as a read mark to indicate that this has a built-in reader. Coming down to the hilt, we have Calibur's symbol in the middle, which shows his iron mask with the two red slits, as well as some bolts on the corners. You see it has a bit of an asymmetrical design off the sides. We have the grip with the gold trigger, as well as a button on the bottom, which also has the Calibur symbol. Flipping to the back, you can see the battery compartment here, and like with the Sword Driver, it takes 3 AAA batteries, the power switch here, and the speaker here. So we switch it on. We'll get the activation sound when you pull the trigger. You get a single attacking sound. And pushing the button on the bottom will also give you that sound. And for a little comparison, here is next to the Kaien Kenreka. They're about the same size, but are stylized quite differently, though they also have similar proportions in terms of the length and size of the different parts. Then we get to the last of the 3 main components, which is the Calibur Driver itself. Similar to the Sword of Logos buckle, this is the type where you have to kind of build a belt by sawing in the straps and then connecting them in the back. You can see the belt, the back of the belt, or back of the buckle, with all these kind of molded on screws. And so we can start by putting it together, taking the first of the straps, which are violet in color, sliding it through here, till about this point. Taking the second strap, connecting in the back like this. Putting the stopper in one side, and this is the same kind that's used for the other belts in the series. I'll just loop it back here. And then bring the stopper to the back. And here we have the Jaken Calibur driver. So looking at the buckle, once again you have that theme of all these screws molded in. Definitely has a bit of an archaic and yet technological look to it. You see that there's a pearl button on top, which when pressed will push up this pin. Got a slot here for a Winter Ride book, as well as some of the Winter language down here, which says Hon o sashite Henshin, or insert a book to transform. Next, we'll bring together our three components for the transformation. First, we'll activate the Jaaku Dragon Winter Ride book. Then, have the Ankokuken Kurayami briefly read it. Then take the book and insert it into the Calibur driver buckle. Finally, take the hilt of the Ankokuken Kurayami and use it to hit the button on top of the Calibur driver. And there we have the transformation into Kamen Calibur Jaaku Dragon. Now, something I want to address about is what the sword says during the transformation, because there's some weirdness to it. Now, here I've loaded up the web version of the choice instructions. You can see that it says, or it supposedly says, get go under conquer, then get keen. But for anyone who knows English, you'd know that this is complete gibberish, just total nonsense. But underneath it, there are three Japanese words. Gekko Ankoku Zangeki. Those are the actual words of it, and you'll see a translation for that, along with other translations in the description. So, with the transformation completed, we now see the book open to the Henshin page, depicting Kamen Calibur. You can see his face with his iron mask, and he's actually doing a similar pose to Kamen Saber on the Henshin page of the Brave Dragon Winter Ride book, further cementing that this is the evil counterpart. Now from here, sounds don't really change, but that's where these special attacks come in. So, remove the book from the belt. Then for the special attack, basically do a long read where you hold the read mark near the reader. Which gives us the Kurayami Hissatsu Shuutoku Issen. This can be done up to 3 times. Additionally, there's one more special attack you can activate if you also have a set of Hissatsu holders. So we can set these on the belt. Which gives us the sort of completed Jaken Calibur driver. Then we'll set the Calibur driver in here, or the Ankokuken Kurayami. Pull the trigger. And pull out the sword. Which gives us the Kurayami Iai Dokugo Issen. In addition to Jaaku Dragon, the Ankokuken Kurayami can also read all other Wonder Ride books. So we'll look at the ones that we've looked at thus far, and give them all a Jaaku read. Great Dragon. As you can hear, it also retitles the books. It also changes colors depending on what book is used. And when it reads a Legend Rider book, it'll actually say the name of the villains from that series. That being said, I'm still not collecting the Legend Rider books. And it does also read Diago Speedy. And for any of them, if you activate it afterwards, you'll get the transformation, but without the ending passage. And you can also use these for Hissatsu read. And finally, we can test the Jaaku Dragon Wonder Ride book with the Seiken Sword Driver. Now, since this isn't associated with any of the main 3 Seiken, it is read as a Wonder Rider book. So, then we can do the 3 different attacks. The push attack, Hissatsu Geki, Hissatsu, and I'll correct myself by saying 4 attacks, including the Shuutoku Issen. And there we go. So overall, while the Calibur driver doesn't have as much playability as the sword driver, as to be expected, it's still quite a robust belt. What really helps is the Ankokuken Kurayami having a reader built in. So while it doesn't have the same kind of action as the sword driver where you pull out the sword to open the books, it still has its own more rudimentary way of interacting with the belt to activate the transformation. In addition, it does have a good series of special attacks, as well as the ability to read all other Wonder Ride books, and that definitely adds a bit of an appeal, because you can hear a different reading or different title for those different books. So, if you're a fan of Kamen or Calibur, I can definitely recommend picking up this set. Next time, I'll be reviewing the Tenku no Pegasus Wonder Ride book. So, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and if you're new and would like to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. And for now, this is Kero60, riding off.